what's the best age to fall in love? Like this is something that everybody I think today is really, really confused about, really, really hard to figure out what is really the best age. I think it's something that even the sexes between men and women, we disagree really hard on this one. So I thought this would be a good thing to debate over a little bit tonight. My first question is, so what age do you think personally is the best for falling in love? And we're going to say for you personally. We're not going to say like for men or your friends, where the fuck, what you think is best for you, the age to fall in love. Start with you.
So I mean, I've been dating for a long time, and I've dated plenty of people, but I feel like I wasn't ready to actually fall in love and have that sort of commitment until after the age of 25. So I think that anything before the age of 25 is kind of going to be puppy love, and you're going to have to do a lot of like growing pains with whoever you're with. But after the age of 25, I feel like you kind of get a better handle of who you are as a person and what you really want. So I think that it's more worthwhile after like 25.
After 25. Okay. What do you think?
I've been in love before, and I'm only 21, so I can honestly say for me, the age was 21. I'm an adult, I'm growing into like the woman I'm supposed to be, and I think for my life in the career that I lead, I needed to experience like falling in love.
Yeah, that makes me want to actually ask something to you really quick. Like you said it was puppy love. So like that love that you had before 25, I mean, you've been in relationships before, right?
Yeah.
Were you in love with somebody before?
I was, but I don't think that I was ready to take that relationship to the level of like being in love that you're supposed to be to make something sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Would you say you really loved that guy?
I have a lot of love for him now. Like, I feel like I feel like I had a lot of love for that person, but as I gotten older, I realized that I wasn't in a place where that was going to be sustainable at all. I feel like now at 26, I'll be 27 in a couple of weeks. Like I feel like I'm in a better place to take care of that relationship that I'm in currently.
Explain sustainable.
I just feel like you're learning so much about yourself. Like, obviously, the older you get, I remember like when I was like, I'm 26, I'll be 27 in a couple of weeks. When I was 22 dating this person, I was not as mature as I am now, and it just wasn't as mature of a relationship
What
as you
about
would want to
him?
be.
How sustainable was he?
Um,
Okay, so that's why you said sustainable, though. It wasn't about you; it was more about him, right?
It was about both of us. There were things in that relationship that I could have done better, and he could have done better. And now that I'm a little bit older, I see where we both kind of went wrong, and I couldn't imagine behaving the same way or doing the same things in my current relationship as I did whenever I was with him. And we're civil now, and we've had this conversation. We
How
just
old
weren't
was
ready.
he?
Well, okay, men and women mature at different rates.
Yeah, how old was he?
He was 25.
Okay.
And
how
I
old were you?
was like, we started dating when I was 19 and he was 25.
Okay.
And we were together on and off for 4 years. And now that he's older, he's told me, I definitely wasn't ready for that.
Okay. No, I just had to peel some layers back. I mean, maybe chat wanted to know all that stuff. What about you? What age do you think, bro? Like, what is the best age for you to fall in love at?
Oof. I'm gonna have to go with Karina on that. I'm gonna have to go with probably a 28 and older. Now, I don't think you can't fall in love prior to that. However, I don't think you really know what love is until after that.
It's hard to know what,
yes.
like discern what's true and what's not.
People say, like you can't change people, this and that. I don't think you're done changing. I don't think you know what you really want until a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where that maturity comes into play. So what you think is love prior is not. I think it's infatuation.
So what is love?
So do you think that men and women are different though? Like you said, 28. Do you think that a guy, or for you, it's 28, and do you think maybe for a woman it's different, or do you think it's the same for both?
That was when I can't speak on women. I'm gonna speak for myself. I felt like that 28 is when I felt the big change in my personality. I felt like that's when I could still kind of have fun and still kind of do the things I've always done, but had a more of a rational mindset behind doing those things. So yeah, I guess that's
I would say 28 was when I changed a lot too. There's definitely like a weird switch for a guy's brain around 28. What about you? What do you think is the best age for you to fall in love?
When I was growing up from my grandparents, everyone kind of they like got married and had kids and a house by like 25. So when I was young, I thought that was normal. I feel like most of our grandparents were married like really young, and I'm 25 now, but I realized this at like 22 that was just not how society is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think after 25 for sure. I'm not ready to settle down until probably like another couple years to be serious, just because I know that there's so much that I still want to do, or I'm just not there.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. That's a weird question. I
I
haven't
mean,
met the person
I could
because
just
I've
see
been
in
in
your
love.
face.
I've been
like,
in love before 100%. Like I recently just got out of a relationship like a few months ago, but I don't think that person was ready because they were younger. And
Yeah.
I feel like you said like guys mature later. I definitely feel like guys are kind of ready to finally take that on as they near 30.
Here, why do y'all
And
think
we're
that
ready.
guys like? Why do y'all think guys mature later? Really quick, I want to just ask really quick. Why do you think guys mature later? Why do you think guys mature later? Just real quick.
I like to date older men just because I feel like they have nothing to really hide or lie about. You know what I'm saying? Like guys that I've dated in their 20s, they're still down to like play games and stuff like that. And
But do you know why?
I just feel like
Influence.
they're in, yeah, like I feel like especially with the coming of age of social media and things like that, they see things and they're more easily distracted, whereas a man that's a little bit older like will tell you like, I want to get married, I don't want to get married, I want to have kids, I don't want to have kids. Like they're just not in the place in their life to like want to waste their time, so either they want to date you or they don't, and they're very forthcoming and honest about it.
Okay. Why do you think that it's
I
taking longer?
I think society has been conditioning our young men to continue traits that aren't good. And because they keep saying, oh, he's young, he's expected to do this. Oh, he's young, he can't grow to be a man at a young age.
That's what you think?
Because
It's like the environmental influence on them?
Men are allowed to waste time because they have longer time to
We have more time to waste?
use.
Is that what you think? Okay.
And
What do you think? Why do you think guys mature later?
I don't know. I mean, I think being in the industry that most of us seem to be in, at least sitting at this table working at a club, it's also a little bit of a different perspective because we're seeing and meeting guys in our industry that aren't necessarily, I mean, I work in the club, so it's kind
And
of
girls.
and girls,
We'll
guys
throw
and
that out
girls,
there.
yes,
Yeah.
who it doesn't seem like they're ready, and I'm probably not ready. I'm working the club too to settle down at that point. You're seeing everything in front of you of everyone just.
Why do you think guys mature later?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I have 3 brothers, so from what I've seen, I mean, we were all raised in the same environment, but I do agree. Like, I do feel like guys mature later. I don't know if it's like a hormonal thing. I have no idea, but
I'll explain to y'all why, okay? So imagine this. Imagine you're a guy that's 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whenever you're growing up, you're just an average guy. We're talking just average 5'8", 100, because average is overweight now. You know, average isn't a very good thing actually today. So if you're an average guy, you're not going to have all these opportunities of social um, experiments or social things going on. You're at home playing video games. You're not going out all the time. You're not doing things. A woman, when she's 15 to 20, has so much more social experience because of the amount of guys that approach y'all in those times. Y'all learn so, and y'all's brains are literally wired differently from us. Y'all are such social people. Y'all are meant to be social. We're meant to be logical and figure out things. We're meant to create things in the real world. Y'all are meant to be super hyper social and keep the community together. That's what women are really good at. So y'all have hyper social skills over a man. That's why a woman that's like 2021 can sometimes run laps on 30-year-olds, because those 30-year-olds still haven't had enough experience as y'all had at 21. Y'all, I mean, think about it. When you're 18, 19, 20-year-olds, as a 20-year-old girl, you can get on a yacht. You can go to Miami and literally get on a yacht. I can't do that. That's one of those double standard things. Like, I don't get to skip the line to the club. Like a lot of things like don't happen unless you're a certain sex sometimes in society. We were talking about double standards earlier, like before the show and stuff. There's tons of double standards. We have to accept them because that's just society. We can't complain about them. It's just like, fuck it. That's just what it is. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about girls getting on yachts. It's like, that's just how it is. It's not a big deal. Back to the original question though. Why do you think that or what age is the best age for a woman or for you to fall in love?
I know I said before the show I said never, but I mean, honestly, it's so weird. I feel like it has to do with all about like your environment, the environment you were raised in, your experience. I've dated younger guys, I've dated older guys. I've dated younger guys that were more mature than older guys. Like, it really has to do, I feel like, with the environment you're raised in and what your example of love was. So, I mean, I'm 24 and I feel like I've been in love before, but there's people that say like you have one soulmate, I don't believe that. I feel like you can love multiple people throughout your lifetime, and that's totally fine. I'm changing still to this day. So, I mean, what I loved back then, like, I don't love now, obviously. Yeah. Like, I'm not the same person I was when I was 18, and I love someone when I was, like, 18, 19. You know, like...
There's so much to learn.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's the best point you make.
Yeah.
So, like, what you love then is not what you love later on.
Right, because we're always changing, but I think one day we eventually, like, when you get to a certain age, like they're saying 28, 30, I mean, I'm not there yet, but I think you do kind of plateau and you kind of figure out who you are and what you like, and then that's when you can really find love and secure it in that way, because you're figuring out who you are and you're secure in yourself, and you've hit that level where you're not changing as much, and it's more, you have a better ability to be
stable.
Yeah, stable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you, and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.